Shalom Beth Am. Two men came to Rabbi Chaim of Volozhin to have him solve a dispute that they had about a piece of land that both of them claimed that they owned. The rabbi allowed each one of them to tell their side of the story, and when they were done, Rabbi Chaim bent over and put his ear to the ground. Both men were perplexed, and when they finally asked him what he was doing, he explained that both of them had said that they own the land, and now he wanted to hear what the land had to say. Rabbi Chaim shared with them that they were both mistaken. It was not they who owned the land, but rather it was they who would eventually belong to it. My friends, we spend so much of our time in this life thinking that we are all that, and forgetting that we're just a part of a much larger family, community, people, world, universe. The midah of makir et mekomo, or knowing one's place, helps us to remember that. And it's something that is so important as we try to approach these holy days with humility. But it's also important to remember that there are times when knowing one's place means that we have to step up and to be a leader. Perhaps it's because it's something that we have expertise about. Maybe it's because there are those who depend on us to do so. This midah also helps us remember that we have a responsibility to ourselves and to others. It's a midah of balance, one that requires us to think and find that middle road, to determine when it's a time to lead and when it's a time to follow. As we think about knowing one's place, a teaching from Pirkei Avot helps guide us. Akavya ben Mechalalel says, reflect on three things, and you will not come into the hands of sin. Know from where you have come, to where you are heading, and before whom you will give justification and accounting. We must have the self-knowledge to remember that we come from dust and will end up as dust. And when we feel that we are the most important person in the world, this should help us remind us of our place. At the same time, we would also be held accountable for those times where we stood aside and did not do what we could have done or what we should have done. We must therefore have that self-awareness to realize that it is our time to take the lead. Shavua Tov.